Hello world, welcome to the C Squared Podcast, the countdown podcast you didn't think you needed. Every week, besides going over hot topics in the world, we will be debating and ranking the top 10 of our favorite things like artists, movies, video games, and more. I'm your host, CJ.
And I'm your other host, Carmelo.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Before we get into the show, we have a little bit of housekeeping for you guys. To be a part of the conversation and have your comments read on the podcast, be sure to comment down below, or you can email us your thoughts and everything in between at thecsquaredpodcast@gmail.com. CJ, how's your weekend going?
My weekend went good.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much went clubbing. Well, we went clubbing for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
And to hear loud music and be around people was really fun and scary at the same time. I had my mask on.
Yes.
I was surprised to see how many people did not have their mask on, but you can tell they were enjoying their time, and it's really scary to know that we can't feel the same way doing that like we used to back in the days. But it was really good, and they played Danity Kane, so I got really excited.
Yes,
I love hearing my pop music from back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? How was your weekend?
I had a busy weekend. Friday was not too busy. It was pretty chill. I was just able to get some work done. Saturday. Oh wait, no, stop.
Who?
My weekend was really good, actually. I kind of had like a long weekend. So Thursday I went out with a good friend of mine to go see the new West Side Story movie from Steven Spielberg, which is, we're going to get into it. I'm not going to say too much right now because we're going to get into it later. But it was amazing. It's a must-see for, if you're a musical theater person, you have to go see it. If you love filmmaking and the art of filmmaking, this is a must-see for you. But like I said, we'll get into that later. So that happened on Thursday. Friday, it was a pretty chill day, nothing too crazy. Saturday, what did we do on Saturday?
I think that's when we went out. We went out Saturday night.
I know, but I totally forgot. Saturday, I did a photo shoot.
Oh, yes.
In the morning, for...
Yes, he does photos as well.
Yes. So I had a photo shoot Saturday morning, and then Saturday night we went out to the club, and then Sunday I had to drive to upstate New York to go do a job that we've been working on. We're almost done, so really excited to get that done and move on to the next project.
It's crazy because people don't really know how much we do.
Yeah.
Like,
because we also don't post all of our information out there.
Yeah, especially for this being a podcast, we're going to just post podcast material, but we are entrepreneurs. We do a lot of things. We started out as dancers, became choreographers, studio owners, and we are in-house. We create everything we do, all the content that we put out when it comes to recording videos, doing photo shoots, booking dancers, choreographing for major companies. We've traveled the world competing and dancing and performing and showcasing our art on television and just everywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's been crazy. Next year is going to make in a few weeks. Actually next August we'll make
10 years.
10 years
of teaching and training the young to become successful adults. So, do you have any reviews or recommendations for anyone? I mean, I know what you want to go into.
Duh, we just said it.
So, I think it's time. Let everyone know.
Yeah, so, West Side Story, the new Steven Spielberg movie, it's amazing. I'm a big musical theater person, so for me, I was just in heaven, seeing someone of that caliber, as in Steven Spielberg, take a movie musical that was already so beloved. The original, it won 10 out of 11 Oscars including Best Picture. Rita Moreno won for her role in Anita. And then the recast of the characters was spot on. The main two, Tony and Maria, there were parts where I found myself wanting more from them. But when it came to the characters of Riff, Anita, and Bernardo, like, wow. Anita especially, like, give Miss Ariana her Oscar. Like, it needs to happen right now. Just give it to her, please. Her, like, it was just so good. She played that role to the T. She was emotional. She was sassy. She was courageous. She was quirky.
What is her race in real life?
I believe she's mixed race. I don't know exactly, but I do remember in an interview that she was half white and I believe Latina or again, I don't really know 100%.
Okay.
But it, when you get into the movie, so like there's different aspects of why I think this movie is as great as it is and why I think it's going to appeal to so many people, whether you like movie musicals or not, or whether you like musicals or not. There is something for everyone in here that you can really take from and learn from, whether it be from the movie itself, how it was made, the angles that were used, the shots that were used.
Did it look like the filming of it? Did it look like that time, like not filter wise, but video wise? Or like you can tell it was like made now, but they.
No. The sets definitely felt authentic. Some of the sound stages for me felt a little bit
corny.
Yeah, in a way. But everything else that was happening around it always made up for it. So you forgot about it. Like for me, I forgot about it instantly. Because once I said, oh, this background looks, oh my God, did you see how he just used the camera over here? Or did you see Miss Anita over there? Or, like, there was so much to take in from this film. And it's not saying that the film is super busy and stuff. There are just some of the most simplest but most beautiful shots that he used. Steven Spielberg. And again, the way he captured the choreography. First of all, choreography, let's give it up for Mr. Justin Peck. Holy cow. First of all, I could imagine.
What's his name? Justin what?
Justin Peck. His work was absolutely brilliant. It was so good. The difference in the movement that he used for the sharks and the jets, it was apparent and subtle at the same time. It was so good. It was so fun. America was wow. Like Miss Ariana DeBose, who played Miss Anita, if that's how, I think I said her last name incorrectly, but don't kill me. However, the young lady, Miss Ariana, who played Anita, was absolutely amazing. Like, wow. She was quirky. She was courageous. She was sexy. She was sultry. She was funny. She was witty.
Do you know if she's like a trained dancer?
She is a musical theater of all trades. So she is a musical theater girl of all trades. So she sings, she dances, she acts. Okay. She was in the movie Prom, which I love, the one I love so much.
Yes, Prom.
She was in that movie. But in this movie, wow, she was just absolutely amazing. And then also opposite of that, the character Riff, played by, I think it was Mike Faced. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get the correct information here. So, yeah, so it was Mr. Mike Faced, Faist. He played the character Riff, which was like one of the co-leaders of the Jets. And wow. In the beginning, you hate him, then you like sympathize with him, then by the end, like, oh my God, he played the character so well. He danced great. He sang great. He was just awesome. Like
That's not the one that played in the. That's not the white guy, right? From Fault in Our Stars, is it?
No, that that is Ansel Elgort, something.
Mm-hmm.
And he played Tony, which was the main character. But no, Tony and Maria were really good. I thought they were really good. There were some parts where Mr. Ansel sounded great. I thought he did Tony well, but there were other parts where I was just like, I wanted a little bit more.
Like vocal-wise? Or?
Vocally and just, I wanted them to kind of pop off the screen a little bit more. Because, like, you know, not to forget the person who played the man who played Bernardo, which was Maria's brother. Wow, super hot, but super great dancing, great vocals, like so charismatic. I like the supporting cast in this movie really stepped up to the plate, and like they felt like the main, like it was just wow. It was so good. And then again, going back to Justin, his choreography, his work in America, and then what he did. Oh, Officer Krupke. So one thing I loved about this Officer Krupke is a song in it, and that's famous in the show. But what I love about the entire thing overall, like Officer Krupke and every single other song except the balcony scene, because of course it's famous and iconic for it being a balcony scene. But even they played with it a little bit more. Like it was much more flirtatious. It was like as they were singing Tonight, they were just like playing with each other and, you know, like flirting as well and stuff. But every other song was shot in a different place than what it was in like in the original movie version. You know, America in the original movie version was sung and performed on a roof. Here it's taking place coming from the fire escape, coming down the building, coming outside, and then doing the whole thing outside in the middle of the street. And wow, it was amazing. Like the dancing, again, Miss Anita, I cannot stop talking about her because, like, just give her the Oscar, please. Just give her the Oscar. This girl needs it. Everything about her was like perfection. The parts where she had to be super emotional, like when Maria was singing after, spoiler alert, after someone close to her was taken away or murdered. She was so emotional in one of the songs, and I just felt for her. And at that moment, I remember in the theater screaming out loud, "Give her the Oscar! Give her!" And everyone in the crowd started like snickering. They didn't want to laugh too loud because we were literally in the middle of the movie. But I couldn't hold it. I had to say something. It was so good. She was so amazing. And then Riff as well. Again, like, wow, he was so good. So good. Tony and Maria, again, were great. Miss Rita Moreno's, who was the original Anita, she was cute.
Wait, she was in the movie?
Yeah, she was in the movie. First of all, she was the executive producer, and she was a movie. So they created a new character.
Oh, so I was gonna ask if they changed anything from
the
original.
Well, no, it's not that they didn't create a new character. So there was a store owner, Doc, and what they did was just made her Doc's wife in a sense, where she was just like,
it was an add-on.
She's Doc. You know, like she is that version's Doc. Okay. You know, so she just played that. She was the store owner, like a candy store owner and stuff, where they would come to. That's where Tony, actually in this version, lived. So Tony was in jail. He was the rebel. You know, being in a gang, he was fighting, and he almost hurt someone really bad to the point of like craziness, of almost taking his life. So then they sent him away. And then he comes back, and then Maria happens and all that stuff. So that's a little spoiler. Sorry.
Okay.
But it's a different way of telling Tony's backstory, because in the original we don't know all that. Like, like in the original, they didn't go really deep into those characters like that in that sense, and just going into the cultural significance of what was happening, the shift in the change of their streets, like they grew up where a majority everyone was white, and now all of a sudden, they're in New York City and there's a bunch of Hispanics, there's a bunch of African American people. There's
so do you think it was good that he added those extra?
Absolutely, because for me, it felt like a lot of people have said online, it felt like Steven Spielberg and the entire cast, like, they fixed everything that wasn't able to be done back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they couldn't cast an entire cast of Hispanic and this and that and
Mm-hmm.
like, they wouldn't do those things. They would, make you put makeup on and
Portray
exactly portray characters and stuff like that.
Mm.
But here, like, the diversity was there. Like, besides the white people, like, when I say diversity, when it came to the Latin American side,
Mm-hmm.
they were every shade and in between.
Mm.
Every shade of
Which
color.
was a big controversy with
In the Heights. Exactly. So, like, they got that right when it came to that side. Like, again, I'm more I'm not fair skinned, but I'm light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
I am light skinned. So there was, like, people my complexion. There were people that on the Latin side that were like, one of the characters, Chino.
Mm-hmm.
He was even lighter than me.
Mm.
And then there was everything in between, all the way up to, like, chocolate and more, like, it was just everything, super diverse. So it was really, really good to see that being portrayed. And again, it is a period piece at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But in the sense of, like, it's set back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just the film overall, like,
what I did love about this movie is that within the Heights there was so much. It was delayed, right? In the Heights before. Okay, but there was so much
because of COVID.
Yeah, there was. But even West Side Story, because I remember hearing of people getting an audition to do that movie, and it was around the same time when In the Heights was getting casted.
I was thinking the same. Go ahead.
And
I'm sorry.
like, West Side Story kept it so under wraps. Like, it was really on its, like, MCU level, where no Beyonce level, where there was nothing, like, really leaked or out there or just had people like, oh, I want to continue seeing this. Like, no, you knew when it was coming out. It came out and people love it.
Yeah. And, In the Heights, I thought was a good movie. I thought it was fun. For me, what I didn't enjoy is that, like, I enjoy a lot of the music from the show In the Heights, and a lot of my favorite songs were not in the movie. So I'm watching the movie waiting to hear some of my favorite songs, and they never happen. I'm like, oh my God, where are they?
From In the Heights or West Side?
In the Heights.
Oh, okay.
No, West Side, perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Perfection.
Yeah.
But we carried on into a whole bunch of other things, but the original topic was talk about how they did Officer Krupke and how they changed the environments of all the different places that they did it, and it was so good. It was so fun. Mm-hmm. It was just an experience. Like, I really want you to see it so you can just see how they use the camera, and the choices that they made in lighting. Like, the way they lit this movie was really, really cool.
Was on a good Steven Spielberg budget.
No, for sure. And it wasn't just like Steven Spielberg. It was like, that everyone involved was really good at their jobs.
Mm.
Like, they're experts in what they do. They have done this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, for Steven Spielberg, he has done this, but he's always wanted to do a musical. This was the first time he's ever done it. And, like, even though it didn't do well in the box offices, it really didn't. It only made like $10 million, which is not really good.
It's going to make up elsewhere.
No, it will, because it's gonna be it has to be an award contender.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has to be an award contender, because forget the box office. Like, when you watch the movie, it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just so great. I thought it was excellent. So I think, you know.
Do you think if it streamed, it would have done better, maybe?
No, but I cannot wait for it to be streamed, because I believe it's going to be Disney. No, I think I'm lying.
No, maybe. Wait, who's the production? What was the production company?
Maybe HBO? Anyways, wherever it's streaming or whenever it's available to purchase, I'm definitely going to get it. Like, I know I haven't purchased like a DVD or anything in a very long time, but I definitely think I'm going to get this one.
This is one of those where you'll be mad where you say on Paramount Plus. You know,
I
like,
wouldn't be
what?
mad. I would not be mad, because I'm going to be watching it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the movie.
It was awesome. It was so good.
Well, that leads into our next segment, because we are doing our top 10 countdown of our best musical movies.
Yes, movie musicals.
Movie musicals.
So, just to define what I mean by movie musical, we're only considering Broadway shows that were turned into movies, not vice versa.
So you won't have Burlesque. You won't have Carmen.
La La Land. You're not gonna, you're not gonna have any of that. It's gonna be exactly what was from film, from the stage to film. And these are our opinions. Well, mostly my opinions, but these are our opinions. Please leave your comments down below. If you agree, disagree, let us know your list and where your favorite movies rank and movie musicals rank. Alrighty, here we go. Let's first up is entry number 10.
Oh, are we gonna say the?
Oh no, yes. So the full list of all the musicals that, like, when I am going through my nights where I'm just playing all my show tunes, these are all the movies I'm going to, like, in no particular order. So, Rent, West Side Story, Chicago, A Chorus Line, Hairspray, Prom, Grease, The Sound of Music, Dreamgirls, Sweeney Todd, Mamma Mia, Les Mis, Phantom of the Opera, Into the Woods, Rodgers and Hammersteins' Cinderella with Brandy and Miss Whitney Houston, God rest, and The Music Man. Those are pretty much all my favorites that I gathered together. And then I know you've seen some. I know you've heard all of them, because
you play them all the time.
Yes.
Yes, I've heard them. Well, out of all of the ones that I've heard that you play on repeat, I do enjoy Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
I do enjoy Rent.
Yes.
What else? In the Heights, I can't get into it. But yeah, that's a classic though.
You also watched Into the Woods. We went to the movies.
Yes, we did. I survived.
He did not enjoy that experience. I was in heaven, and he is just like, oh gosh.
I was forced to go see Twilight in the movie. I'm not a musical person. I don't like the Disney stuff.
Yes, we know you like the horror, the gore.
Yes, I love all of that.
The action.
But I'm sacrificing my time right now.
Shut up.
Dreamgirls, I do enjoy.
Yeah.
What else? There has to be one. That's not one of these. I was gonna say Hunchback of Notre Dame, but that's just a musical you play. That's really good.
No, and that was a movie that was turned into a musical.
Yes, so it was vice versa.
Yeah.
It was reversed, I mean. All right, so
yes.
Yeah. Oh, and Chicago. This, of course, Cell Block Tango.
Yes, of course.
Being a dancer, you hear that everywhere.
Of course, every competition.
All right, so let's get into your top 10.
My number 10 is A Chorus Line.
Ooh.
So I love this movie so much. One of my favorite all-time songs and performances ever
What is
done
it called?
was called Surprise.
Surprise!
I love it so much. Oh, I wish we could play clips and not be copywritten for it. But like, oh, it's such a good song. It's specifically the movie version. I love it so much. The actor, God rest, I forget his name.
There's actually someone that plays his part in the show, and he's amazing. I forgot his name too.
Oh, wow.
But I saw clips on it on YouTube.
Yes. Oh, I have to check that out. But yeah, so my number 10 is definitely a chorus line. Another one of my favorite songs in that movie is Dance 10 Looks 3. It's just one of my favorite songs ever. Where she's talking about, you know, how she's a dancer going to auditions. She was flat-chested and skinny and all these things, and no one looked at her. And then she snuck her dance card one day, and it said, for dance, she had a 10. For looks, she had a 3.
Ooh.
So she said right after that she went, she got her boobs done, she got her makeup and everything done, and then she started booking national tours.
That represents us pretty well.
That's pretty much, yeah, I know. It's so bad now. It was bad then, but it's even worse now. But the way they used it in the song is what I enjoy. The playfulness of the performance that the actress did in it is what I enjoy about it. She was super funny. She was super fun, and super cute. But so moving right along, entry number 9 is gonna be West Side Story.
Ooh,
I know it's pretty low, but there are so many other movies, I mean musicals that were turned into movies that like just mean so much. And this, not that this doesn't mean as much, but like when I'm really going through my list, I'm like, okay, this is how it has to go. I mean, I might be able to move it, but I don't know.
I'm surprised. All right.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah. Okay. I need to hear what's next.
Yes. So entry number 8 is gonna be Sweeney Todd.
Really?
Yes, I love Sweeney Todd so much.
What do you play from him that I should know?
Oh, the wait, what's your rush? What's your hurry? You gave me such a from Patti LuPone. Not the red dress.
The fast one?
Yes.
No, that's the.
No, that's the one. No, that's the other one.
Oh, okay.
That's Carol Burnett. But Patti LuPone, if I played it, you'd be like, oh yes, I know exactly what it is. But yes, so I love that one. That's number 8, Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
My number 7 is Into the Woods.
Ooh.
That was so fun. One thing about me, I love learning really challenging songs, like lyrically.
Yes, he does.
All right, Mom. Okay, Mama. One thing about me, I love really challenging songs, like especially lyrically.
He does.
So anything that's really, really fast with a lot of words, which is usually Stephen Sondheim, which I love so much. God rest his soul. Yes, Stephen Sondheim. But yes, so any songs like that. So like Into the Woods was full of songs because he created that entire show. But there's so many songs in there, especially the what's the one that I played all the time? I forgot. It was when they were all yelling at each other in the big circle.
Oof. The little boys there.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yep. I did. No, I'm like
I forget the name.
Something was Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes. Like yeah. They were all there, and they were all yelling and fighting. It's right before the witch does her solo. But anyways, so it's really fast, and it's a whole bunch of actors and singers overlapping each other. So I love it for those reasons, and the movie itself, I just love all the songs. So my number 6, moving right along. My number 6 is going to be Les Mis. So with Les Mis, I was actually introduced to Les Mis by my former boss. One day I came into work early, and so my two former bosses were in the office, and we got like an early lunch, and we just watched the entire live performance of Les Mis in the office before the students came into work and everything. And I like fell in love, and I watched it over and over and over. There's a performance at the end with a bunch of the Jean Valjeans, which is the main character in the show, that Hugh Jackman played in the movie.
Is this where Never Enough is? No.
No.
I sounded crazy just now.
That is The Greatest Showman.
I got excited.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so Les Mis, I love so much. There's so many songs about it that I love so much. So that is my number 6. So now going into my top 5, like I have to tell y'all, my top 5 was.
I'm gonna be surprised if I hear one of these movies, because I need to know what song is in the movie that you always play, because he literally plays something from all of these things on repeat.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my number 5. No. Oh, what happened to my list? Hold on.
I'm excited.
Oh, okay. So my number 5 is Hairspray.
I literally was thinking of this movie, and I was like, is he gonna put this in the list? Because I need to remember what it is that you always play from this.
Oh, I played all the time her opening song, Good Morning Baltimore. I played that all the time.
Does sound familiar.
I played the You Can't Stop the Beat. Ever hit the light? Yeah. So I love it so much. So number 5 is Hairspray. Everything about that movie I love. Everything.
Isn't it You Can't Stop the Motion of the Ocean?
Yep. Yes, that's it. Yes.
Yes, you see, I know that. Woo,
yes.
I'm musical.
Yes. So, yes, number 5 is Hairspray. I love that movie so much. I love that show so much. I want to see it live one day. Well, no. I love it. I love the movie. Period. That's it. My number 4. Okay. So number 4 and number 3 I struggled with so much. Like, in what way to put them. Because, like, they just mean so much to me. Like, it was crazy. But ultimately, my number 4 came down to Dreamgirls. Okay. So I remember
I know you are.
Dreamgirls came out on Christmas Day. My sister Frenchie took me, and I went to the movies. We went to she took me like to a really fancy theater, like an hour away from where we lived. Like, it was super nice. And I remember I walked in, I had a Dreamgirls t-shirt on. I was ready for this movie. And I came out so hype, so inspired. I loved everything about it.
Yes. Shout out to Frenchie if she listens to this.
Right. It was so fun. Like, the movie was so great. Like, I remember it so much. Like, again, it was Christmas Day. We bought the tickets early because I couldn't wait. That was my gift. That was the one thing I wanted. I was like, forget all this. I want to go to the movies.
Okay. Wait, so what is your favorite song from Dreamgirls?
So Dreamgirls is, oh my God, so many, but number 1 is One Night Only, and then Move right out of my life. That one. I love the Dreamgirls song.
We are Dreamgirls.
Yes. Of course, the famous, iconic, and I am telling you. Of course, we love so much. What else do I love? I do enjoy Step Into the Bad Side. Love, or Dark Side. I forgot what side. Something side, one of the sides. Love it. So Dreamgirls is my number 4 pick.
Yeah. Number 4. Uh-oh. Top 3. I'm excited.
My number 3. Okay. So number 3 came out to Phantom of the Opera.
What?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
My number 3 is Phantom of the Opera. I went to the movies to go see this with my former best friend. And oh my gosh. First of all, we were listening to the music before the movie came out. And then the movie came out. If I remember, the movie came out around Christmas as well. And we went to go see it. And I was like, wow. I went and bought the album right away. I went to FYE at the mall. And I went and bought the whole soundtrack. I needed it for myself. Like, I needed it. I begged my mom to give me the money to buy it. It was like $12.
Damn.
Right. Oh, it was so good. Oh, I love everything about it. Again, another kind of songs that I love Around. So, you know, like we learn it as a kid. So we go,
What's that?
The kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. And then you would start right after me.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Around.
Okay.
That's how I learned it, like when I was in music
like,
class at school. So, like, it's people,
but
like,
I get it now.
you know, like, my favorite song from Rent is Will I.
Mm-hmm.
That's Around. You know, everyone is singing the same thing, but it's coming in at different points. Yeah. Coming in at different times.
Okay.
So that's what I learned was Around in a song. So Phantom has one of my all-time favorite rounds at the very end, which is between the Phantom, not a round, but it's a back and forth between 3 people that I love so much at the very end of the movie. But funny, I love the movie so much. When I first got it, I put the very ending note of the 3rd song, which is Think of Me, on the album. And it's the very end. She goes, think of me. And she goes all the way up super, super high. I put that as my alarm for school for a while. And yeah, let's just say everyone hated it.
Because thought someone was in the morning, singing every morning.
In the morning, someone would just start screaming at the top of their lungs. Singing at the top of their lungs.
Oh, that's funny.
But I put that as an alarm for the longest time until I think my mom made me change it.
I missed those.
Her room was next to mine. Her room was next to mine. Okay, so I struggled a lot.
I'm scared to see the.
I struggled a lot with 2 and 1.
Oh, if number 2 is what I think.
I struggled a lot with 2 and 1 because my number 1, it's literally been with me since childhood. So, my number 2 is Rent.
What?
Yes.
What?
My number 2 is Rent. I know.
What?
When I first made this list.
Listen, you have no idea how much...
When I first made this list.
I feel like I made Rent because of how much you freaking play it and sing it.
What?
And talk about the story.
When I first made this list, Rent was number 1 for the whole time.
Oh my
It was
God.
number 1. It was literally there. I made the rest of the list with number 1 already done. Because number 1 was Rent.
Oh, Rent got this list.
Number 1 was Rent. Okay, so number 1, like, that was number 1 for a long time. And then last minute, I'm thinking, I went over the list, and then I go through the list of, like, the top 15 list before, and then a movie popped up that I totally forgot, and I was like, this has to be my number 1.
Oh my God.
It has to be. So I have to move Rent. So Rent for me is my favorite, is number 2, but it is also like, I wish I could tie a first place, because I would totally tie these 2 for first place and put something else, but I don't want to do a tie because I don't want to be that girl.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But Rent was my first Broadway show I ever saw. It was the first show I ever saw. There was a counselor at school, and she I don't know what she saw that I liked. She must have saw I was gay, but she thought I would like a musical or some type of things. So I remember she called my mom and she asked my mom's permission if she could take me with her and, you know, for the day or whatever. So we went and my mom said yes or whatever. And she was a really nice lady. She was super sweet. She worked at the school. But she went and she took me and we stood online at the theater for tickets for the first showing of Rent because it was coming back.
Oh, okay.
So we stood in line for like 3-4 hours.
Oof. Oh, no.
And I thought we were going to be waiting in line and it was just going to be, she was getting tickets for her and her daughter. Like, you know, like it was just going to be them. So we get there. No,
you just accompanying her?
I did. I thought that's what it was. I did. And then all of a sudden we get to the ticket booth and she goes, "Oh, can I get 4 tickets?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, work 4." I didn't think anything of it. And so then I remember she told me, she's like, "Okay, Mello, so you're going to come with us tonight." She's like, "I need you to go home and I need you to tell your mother that you need to have a nice pair of pants on, a nice pair of shoes, a button-up shirt." She's like, "And if you have a tie, put that on." She's like, "If not, it's okay. Don't worry about it." She's like, "But you're going to go to see a show and you can't dress in jeans and t-shirt because that's not how you dress to go to the theater. You want to dress nice. You want to look nice." So she's like, "Go home, do your hair, look as nice as you can like you're going to a party." She's like, "Think like you're going to a party and tell mom that's what you need to get." So she took me home. I run inside. I ended up using my brother's clothes because I didn't have no suits or nothing like that. So I used my brother's clothes. My mother, being the seamstress and the craftswoman that she is, she made all the clothes fit on me right then and there. It took her like an hour. And then the teacher came and picked me up. I mean, the counselor came and picked me up, and we went to go see the show. And I remember that's when I got my first laptop ever. It was a Dell.
Hello.
Not Adele the singer.
It's me.
A Dell computer. It was a laptop. My father had gotten it for me because I had gotten really good grades, and that was the deal. If I got good grades, he would get me a laptop.
Hello.
And I had downloaded the programs Kazaa. Remember Kazaa? Mm-hmm. I remember LimeWire. Mm-hmm. And I downloaded the entire soundtrack of Rent. And then when that movie came out on DVD, I burned the DVD that I purchased. I had to buy it a second time.
Damn. Oh, because you played it so much.
Because I played it so much. Will I think is probably my favorite song in all of musical theater history. It's probably, I remember that's like one of the first like times I ever experimented with contemporary movement and choreography. Because I was like, I want to dance to this, but I don't want it to be like what I usually do. I want it to be more like modern and ballet. I just don't know what I'm doing. So but I was still sitting there creating and just making it work, and I made a little dance to it, whatever, and it's still one of my favorite songs ever of all. It's my number one favorite song. It's my number one favorite song.
Yeah, that song, I know the whole thing because you play it so much.
I mean, it's only one line.
You're right.
No, but
it's really good.
It's so good. I love it so much. And then there's different versions on YouTube that I love now that they've done. It's just so good.
Yes, I love that. I love hearing the covers of people.
Yes, they're so good.
Cover the song.
Okay, so I do have some honorable mentions. I do.
Yes. Come on, first time honorable mentions.
So I know, right? First time honorable mention is that I had so many on this list that I couldn't pick. I was like, I have to do honorable mentions. So my honorable mentions are going to be Chicago. Cinderella. Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia.
Yes, Mamma Mia. And my last one is going to be Grease. Oh. Those are my 3 honorable mentions. And so now my number 1, drum roll please. Rodgers and Hammersteins, Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston. The only Cinderella. The only Cinderella.
Oh.
There is never any other version.
I'm
but
actually
that
not
version.
surprised.
That is my...
Wow.
I remember it premiered on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Sunday nights, Disney used to do a Magical World of Disney night on TV, and it was one of the premieres. It was a made-for-TV movie of Rodgers and Hammerstein's musical. Julie Andrews was the originator of Miss Mary Poppins.
Okay.
She originated the role for Rodgers and Hammerstein, and then they made it in the 90s. They made it into a movie. Whitney Houston was executive producer, I believe, on it, and she was also the fairy godmother.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite songs in that movie is the Sisters Lament, or Lamont, whatever you want to call it, which is the two sisters. Why would a fella want a girl like her? Love that. Love it so much.
What's the other song? Because I'm about to say it.
Impossible.
Impossible.
You know Impossible. Like, every version of it, I want it all. Give it to me 1,000 times. I never get tired of it. It is always good. In My Own Little Corner is my absolute jam. I love it so much. I'm a beast in Calcutta. I'm a queen in Peru. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it so much. It was so good. So yeah, that's my number one, Miss Cinderella. Of course, Miss Bernadette Peters is in there. Falling in love with love is falling with make-believe. Falling for make-believe. Sorry.
Oh.
But, so good.
That's
yes, so that is my 10. Please go. If you don't know much about musical theater, listen to all these. You're going to have so much fun.
So say them again so everyone can
So
know.
My number 10 is a chorus line. 1, singular sensation, right? Number 2 is West Side Story.
Wait, let's say that again.
I want to...
You said number 2.
Oh. Number 9 is West Side Story. I want to live in America. Yes. Yes. Number 9 is Sweeney Todd.
Number 8.
Oh, number 8 is Sweeney Todd. Wait, what's your rush? What's your hurry?
Did you like the movie with
Johnny Depp? Yes, I did. And Miss Helena Bonham Carter? Yes, I did. She wasn't the greatest, but she was fun. She was cute.
Okay.
But I did love her. Into the Woods is number 7. So number 7 is Into the Woods. Into the woods, we're good to get into the woods. I'm waiting on a journey.
I actually have the cast, the song list. Is it any one of these songs that we was speaking about before? Cinderella at the Grave. No. Oh, hold on. No One Is Alone.
Nope.
Stay With Me.
Nope. Go here. Here, go there.
Okay, let's see. We're trying to find the song that he.
And I know once it comes up.
No. Agony?
No. That's a good one though. Agony. Oh, go down. There's more.
Oh, Act 2.
Your Fault.
Yes.
Because it was your fault, and it did it. Yes, Your Fault. Yes, that's my shit. I love that.
Nice. Okay, so that was.
Let me do that one again. So, entry number 7 is Into the Woods.
Yes.
Because it's your fault. Your fault. Yes, we figured out the song.
Yeah.
It's called Your Fault. Anyway, so moving on is entry number 6, which is Les Mis. Les Miserables. I dreamed a dream in time gone by. Entry number 5 is Hairspray. You can't stop the motion of the ocean and the stuff from my butt. Dreaming of.
You can't. Isn't Jennifer Hudson in that?
No, that is Queen Latifah.
Did Glee redo that song or something?
Yes.
Is that another version you always play?
Yeah, sometimes. But no, I usually play the movie version if I play that song because I do love it.
Wait, I said... What did I say? You said Queen Latifah.
You said Jennifer Hudson.
So... Keep going.
Yeah, that's one of your things that you do. This is what, episode 4 just happened again.
Oh no,
we have to do a count. We're gonna start doing a countdown of every time this happens to you.
But I said Jennifer Hudson, and the first person you said was no, Queen Latifah.
Because Queen Latifah's in the movie.
I know. Okay, let's keep going.
Entry number 4 is Dream Girl.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yes. We're your dream girls, boy. What make you happy? Alrighty. Up next is Phantom of the Opera. Entry number 3 is Phantom of the Opera. Dun.
Wait,
dun, 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 dun. Entry number 3 is Phantom of the Opera. Dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Do the high note.
In dreams he sang to me. Oh. And yeah. Entry number 2 is Rent. We're not gonna pay rent. Rent.
That's not the song I know.
We're not gonna pay rent. 'Cause everything is rent.
Free?
No, that's the first. That's actually the first song in the movie.
Free?
No, Rent. It's called Rent.
Oh.
The movie's called Rent. The first song is called Rent.
I've never heard that song.
Title. Oh, yeah. It's the open. Why do you document real life when real life getting more like fiction each day?
I actually cried when I saw this movie for the first time.
Yes, he did.
Yep. Okay, move on. Because
I knew what was coming, but they was crying.
No, leave me alone.
Okay. And so next, my entry number 1 is Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston, the only Cinderella.
Yeah.
No one else exists.
Impossible,
for the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules.
What if we remade that now, Brandy, with like other? Well,
she did it with Taja Carr a little bit. It was pretty cute.
Oh, really?
It was pretty cute.
Oh.
It was pretty cute. Yes.
That'd be nice. It'd just be different because obviously Whitney, you know.
I mean, I would love if they redid it with like a new young African American woman and a new fairy godmother to match. You know, I know they did this new one with Billy Porter as the fairy godmother and Miss Camila Cabello as Cinderella. Let me tell you, I'm not even bothering.
I heard a lot of bad reviews.
I'm not even bothering. I'm not even bothering. I'm sticking to the Disney classic.
I'm gonna make one with Chloe.
I don't want it. Ooh, that'd be cute. Listen, I can't wait for her sister to do Miss Ariel. I was not the fan at first. I was not the fan. Listen, and then I went and did my research, listened to the vocals, and then I started imagining this girl, the vocal. Okay, this is gonna work, and this is gonna be bomb. So I need to stop tripping.
Coming out?
2023.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I need to stop tripping and stop being stupid because this girl is gonna fucking kill it. She's gonna kill it. I cannot wait. And I am so in love with all of them, especially, and even more. So I got over a long time ago, a very long time ago. I knew she was going to kill it a long time ago. But I knew even more she was going to kill it after she did this Disney performance of Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
I remember that.
Holy.
That was really good.
I was like, okay, yes. I cannot wait to hear her sing Part of Your World right now. Oh, I cannot wait. Because she is going to kill it.
She didn't sound a little hoarse to you?
No, she was everything. I love her.
Okay.
I love her. You leave her alone.
No, it was good. It just, not hoarse. Maybe muffled. Maybe it was the mic. It was the mic. It wasn't her. It was really good though.
We were watching it on 1080p.
Yes, we was watching. No, not even 320, 340, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
But yes, I cannot wait. And then also, they just announced Wicked with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
I was just gonna ask you.
Woo!
Wait, so it's gonna be like film or like
a movie? Yes, of Wicked, and Ariana Grande is gonna be Glinda, and Cynthia Erivo is gonna be So Ariana Grande is gonna be Glinda, and Cynthia Erivo is gonna be Miss Elphaba.
Elphaba.
Yes, Elphaba is the Wicked. She becomes the Wicked Witch, what we know as the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh.
Yes.
Come on, Snoop Dogg.
Oh, it's so good. I cannot wait. Cynthia Erivo singing Defying Gravity and Ariana Grande at full voice. Going completely insane.
I can imagine. Flash, shut up.
Going completely insane. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. I cannot wait. And I know Cynthia Erivo has some stuff behind her because she says some controversial things. But listen, I'm just excited for them. Yeah, but I don't want to get into that.
Isn't that Miss Anita?
No.
From a Broadway play?
You mean Miss Seeley? She's the one that I'm always listening to. Yeah.
She's controversial?
Yes, she said some things. Again, I don't remember, and I'm not going to reiterate, but I'm excited for the voices to sing together because it is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I can't wait for the soundtrack. I listen to the soundtracks before I listen to the movie sometimes.
But I have a question for you. If you had to see another remake of a Disney classic, not even just Disney, like musical classic, what would it be and who would play it?
I want Hercules. That is my number 2 favorite Disney movie of all time. My number 1 is Beauty and the Beast, which was already done. But yeah, it would be Hercules. Who I would want to play Hercules, honestly, I want somebody totally new. I want just a new person. Mm-hmm. I want him to be a new person. Just new. Really good, can sing really well, and just carry the screen and do what he needs to do as Hercules. But
Zac Efron. I'm just kidding.
No, I definitely would cast someone new.
Yeah.
And then my ideal Meg would be Ariana Grande. Mm-hmm. She would be in my head. That's who I would want to be Meg. Hades would probably be I would love to see what Chris Tucker might do with Hades or
Jim Carrey.
No, Jim Carrey is Hades actually, but the thing is no, because seeing him as the Dr. Robotnik in Sonic, I wouldn't want that. I would want that, but in a different version. So no, I wouldn't say Jim Carrey. I would stick with who did I say? I forgot just now.
You said what's his name? Chris Tucker.
Yeah, Chris Tucker as Hades, to see what he might do with it. Or even some of
that would be funny actually.
What's the young fly DC guy? I think he might be funny. Maybe to give him a try. From Wildin' Out, mm-hmm. I think he might be funny. Because it's funny, but it's also supposed to be big in character. He's the villain, so it's supposed to be crazy. But
I was gonna say Jamie Foxx, but he already looks like that in Spider-Man. He's Electro.
Yeah, I was Jamie Foxx though is not a bad option. And then let me see who else for Hades. And then Pain and Panic, I would pick Leslie Jordan, the little
love her.
I would pick him. And then
love him.
I would pick him and Sean Hayes, the one that played Jack on Will and Grace. I would have them be Pain and Panic.
I thought you was talking about Leslie Jones. Right? Is that her last name? Big Les?
Yes. No, and then the hardest
she could play the guy Hades.
Don't play her like that.
That would be so funny.
And then the hardest people to cast in this show is going to be the muses. Lord. Because they are the narrators. They are the people that you follow. But not only are they narrators, they have to sing, but not sing. They got to sing. Mm-hmm. Okay, they got to sing. So, it has to be... So, for me, my muses... How many muses is there? Tell me first before I forget.
Okay, let's see this. We are typing the muses right now.
So, if you don't know what the muses are... They are goddesses of inspiration.
Mm-hmm. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
So, my favorite one and first is going to be the shortest one, the full-figured beauty one. That's going to go Miss Lizzo.
Yes.
Okay. Then, the opposite skinny one right here, I'm going to give that to...
Doja Cat?
No. I'm going to give that to... give that to Doja. I like Doja Cat there. Yes. So, Lizzo, Doja Cat, right here. Doja Cat's kind of crazy, but it's okay. No, and she has a high, squeaky voice in a way. Yes, it's okay, Doja, yes. She is going to be Kelly Rowland. This is Miss Kelly. This is Miss Jasmine Sullivan. And that is Miss Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson is the lead singer. She is the person in the center. Okay? Those are my 5 girls to be my muses.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson has to be a muse.
She has to be a muse.
Has to.
Has to be a muse.
Like, come on.
And then Zeus could be Idris Elba.
He's always playing one of them God characters.
Zeus could be Idris Elba. So stupid. Okay, guys, so we talked a lot about everything in musical theater and more. And then went into a little Disney rant. But if you love what we spoke about today, please, we want to hear your comments, your suggestions on what other topics of top 10 should be. Please let us know what you thought of our top 10s. If you agree, what you disagree, let us know your top 10s and everything in between. Comment down below. We'll make sure to comment back. And we will see you guys in the next episode. CJ, do you have anything to say before we go?
We will see you on the next episode.
Alrighty. See you later, guys.
Bye, everybody.